Hi YouTube people, today discover the top 10 best MMA fighters of all time. But first, don't forget subscribe, thumbs up, turn on notifications, share with everyone you know and enjoy.
Number 10, Conor McGregor. Some of you don't think that he should be in the top 10 best MMA fighters of all time list, while others think that he should be on the top of it. Conor has excellent boxing and stand-up fighting skills. He is one of the best strikers in the world. There were big fighters I was thinking to add them to the list, but I added him instead because he has beaten them. His ability to deliver counter-punches is like no other, which is obvious from his record by knocking out 18 fighters of the 21 wins he has. I think Conor McGregor is the best promoter ever for the mixed martial arts sport. He brought a lot of lights to UFC by his pre-fights trash-talking and his huge event against Mayweather. So, he played a good role in taking the UFC sport to another level. The only weakness that caused him to lose 3 bouts and placed him number 10 is the ground clinching. As all his 3 losses were by submission. His rank can move up in the future if he ever comes back. Because when you gain $100 million in a fight, you won't easily accept to get punched in your face. Number 9, Mirko Cro Cop. He may don't have an amazing MMA record like the other fighters of our top 10 best MMA fighters of all time, but while I was researching to prepare for this article, I found many guys commenting on different blogs and videos, mentioning him as the best ever, or at least between the top 4 fighters. I was wondering, what makes a guy with 11 losses out of 50 fights get all this credit? Numbers aren't always showing the best fighters, but the style is. Mirko's fighting style was really impressive. He was known for his signature left head kick, which made many fighters sleep, either in MMA or K1. As Mirko is the second fighter in the world to win mixed martial arts and kickboxing titles. Number 8, Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. If you faced a hard fast puncher, powerful kicker, or both, you still can survive. Only if you have such jiu-jitsu skills like Nogueira. Because even the best kickers and punchers have nothing to do while clenching with such a fighter like him. That's what I've learned from his career. It doesn't matter the type of fighter you put against him, he always finds a way to win. If he could clench and catch any part of you, definitely, you're gonna surrender. It's obvious from his record and his cauliflower ears. He made 21 fighters surrendered. His victories including big names like Mirko Cro Cop, Josh Barnett, Overeem, Dan Henderson, and Randy Couture. Number 7, Matt Hughes. Definitely, he is one of the UFC pioneers. He is regarded by many as one of the top 3 best welterweight fighters ever. His career is full of big wins over great fighters like Georges St. Pierre, Royce Gracie, BJ Penn, Sean Sherk, Carlos Newton. Wrestling was Matt's main background. He was very strong, and known for his brutal slams. He used to throw the guys down to break their ribs or shoulders, not just to score a takedown. And if he didn't slam, he submits. He even has submission wins over BJJ black belt holders. Hughes never planned to win by points, he always trying to smash. If he got the chance to finish the fight, he will, and if he got the chance to smash them before finishing he will. Number 6, Dominick Cruz. His fighting approach is very unique. He slowly crawls into his opponent's range of attacking, leaning his torso towards his opponent, studying their reactions, and getting a feel of their timing while he is moving and switching between the southpaw and orthodox stances. When the opponent tries to throw a jab, he easily slips it by leaning his torso back to the normal position. While moving and switching stances, he throws fast and unexpected jabs to disturb his opponent's concentration while they trying to figure out what his next move would be. When he sees that his opponent is associated with a certain behavior, he surprises them with a powerful right hand, or easily takes him down, as he also a powerful wrestler. Unlike many UFC fighters, Cruz is a powerful stand-up fighter as well as a wrestling master. So he can finish the fight either while standing up or on the ground. Cruz's record is full of victories over some of the best fighters in the history of MMA, like Roy Faber, TJ Dillashaw, and Demetrius Johnson. Number 5, Demetrius Johnson. He is the first and only flyweight UFC champion. Of course, the only flyweight on our top 10 best MMA fighters of all time list. He has the longest title defenses record in the history by 11 defenses. Many are expecting that he will be the P4P best of all time soon. Johnson was a former freestyle wrestler, which reflects on his outstanding takedown and submission moves. He is the only UFC fighter in the history who scored over 10 takedowns in 3 different fights. Johnson is known for his smart movements and fast striking. He also hasn't knocked out or surrendered before. Number 4, Fedor Emelianenko. The Last Emperor. The man who is considered by many as the GOAT, and he is the best heavyweight ever in my opinion. Fedor went undefeated from 6 April 2001 to 7 November 2009, scoring 27 victories. Plus one no contest against Antonio Nogueira due to an accidental headbutt. Fedor has defeated many of the best heavyweight fighters including Mirko Cro Cop, Antonio Nogueira, Andrei Arlovski, Mark Coleman, and Mark Hunt. Fedor became the most known MMA fighter even early when the MMA was unknown. That's for his furious fighting style, which mainly based on his Sambo background. Number 3, Georges St. Pierre. Definitely, he is the welterweight king of MMA. He is 3 times welterweight champion, as well as a former middleweight champion. He is known for his calm fighting style, using his mind more than his body. His most notable wins were over Nick Diaz, BJ Penn, Michael Bisping, Jake Shields, and Matt Hughes. GSP is one of the complete MMA fighters. He is powerful while standing up or on the ground, and that comes from his background in multiple fighting sports. He is one of the most hard-working athletes, besides his karate and BJJ black belts, Muay Thai, boxing, and wrestling background. He also trains gymnastics, as he considers gymnastics the best sport in the world. Number 2, Jon Jones. The only reason for him for not being number 1 on top 10 best MMA fighters of all time is that he was inactive multiple times in his career, due to some controversies. Jones won the light heavyweight UFC title at the age of 23, becoming the youngest champion in the UFC history. No one has defeated high-level fighters in MMA as Jon did. From 12 April 2008 till 29 July 2017, he scored 22 wins and just 1 loss due to disqualification in a fight he was definitely going to win against Matt Hamill. Plus one no contest against Daniel Cormier for testing positive for Turinabol after the fight. Number 1, Anderson Silva. Many fighters in and out of this list have an amazing record with amazing victories over good fighters. But when it comes to style, definitely he is the GOAT. He considered the most entertaining and confident fighter stepped into the octagon. Unlike most of the MMA fighters, he looked pretty, no broken nose, no cauliflower ears, and always with a smile on his face, even while fighting. When I watch Silva, I felt that fighting is very easy for him like ABC. He was dancing, not just fighting. He made high-level fighters look stuntless in front of him. Silva is known for his matrix and counter-hitting fighting style. His powerful punching power made Iron Chins look glassy. He knocked fighters out almost with every possible way, mostly by a punch, strange elbow, knee, or front kick.